Welcome to all you Song of Ice and Fire fans out there. Happy holidays. We hope you are enjoying Christmas with your family, friends, and loved ones around. Under the Hedge is happy to bring you this special holiday exclusive video. We are going to be showing you the results of the first ever Christmas Crown tourney that was hosted at the Multi-Zone in coordination with Under the Hedge. So let's kick things off. Let's start by meeting some of the players.
My name is Sean, and my handle is Sean, which keeps it nice and simple. I'm playing Free Folk today. I've got a Rattle Shirt list and a Mag list.
So Sean drew table 1, position 1, and he locked in with his Rattle Shirt list.
Hey, I'm Diocletian67 on ASOIAF stats. Today I'm playing Free Folk, despite the colors. And then in terms of lists, I'm running Meg as my commander in both of them.
Diocletian has drawn table 5, position 1, and he locked in with his Meg Mammoth list.
Hey everyone, I'm Chaos Muppet on Song of Ice and Fire stats. I'm also Jaden. Today I'm playing Night's Watch with Alpha Commander and JR Commander. Trying to prove everyone wrong, is actually A tier.
Chaos Muppet has drawn table 5 as well. That completes that table. He locked in with his Gior Mormont list.
Hi guys, it's Rick as a Machine on stats. I'm playing Boltons today. My commanders are Steel Shanks Walton and Areo Hotah.
Rickson has drawn table 3, position 2, and he has locked in with his Steel Shanks Walton list.
Hi, stats name Sinclair. I'm Tyler Sinclair. I'll be running Rose Bolton today. He's my only commander as both Bolton. So.
Sinclair has drawn table 2, and he is playing his Roos list, the only list he brought today.
My name is Rob PC on AOA stats. I play Lannister. As for my list, I'm playing Clegane and Tywin.
Smiling Gal has locked in with Tywin Lannister, and that completes table 1 for round 1.
My stats name, even though stats doesn't seem to want me to play, is JMMELO. I'm playing Martells. I'm using Obara and Doran.
JMMELO completes table 3, facing off against Rickson, and he is locked in with his Dorn Martell list. As JMMELO mentioned, stats was giving him some problems, and he was a last-minute addition to the field today, so I bowed out in order to ensure there was no bye round, and JMMELO played as TheHedgeKnight. So if you're wondering why you don't see him on the stats page for the tournament, that is why. The first 2 rounds, at least, were JMMELO playing as TheHedgeKnight.
Hey, I'm Sepod Lesney. My stats name is Winds of Dinner. Today I'm playing Stark, running Howland Reed, and also Brendan Tully, Cav Commander.
Winds of Dinner has drawn the final position at table 2, and he is locked in with his Howland Reed list.
So I did change my stats name a couple times, right? But now it's Corvus, right? I use House Stark, right? The faction Starks. My 2 commanders, Mage Mormont in like the double She-Bear deck, and then I have Ned Stark with his Honor Guard in the other deck.
All right, my name's Wade, Electric Jesus on stats. I'm playing Targaryens today. My 2 commanders, Marcelin, because Devotees of the Dragon, I want to throw out Friedman like there's no one's business. And my second list is Grey Worm, since he's one of the worst commanders for Targaryen. So round 1, so my name is Electric Jesus, Wade, this is my nephew, Jay, Corvus. So round 1, we're paired up together. We've already locked our lists in. I've decided to throw Marcelin at you. Yeah. So lots of cheesy little Friedman to get in your way and be a pain in the butt.
Well, I feel like the Ned's Honor Guard is going to be more of an issue than a couple of peasants, right? So we'll see. I was scared of your dragon, though, on the other list, so, you know, I'm almost glad you didn't pick that one.
So we'll see how it goes.
Finally, we've got Electric Jesus and Corvus completing our table 4. All right, so going into the first round, we can have a look at the matchups here one more time before we jump in. The scenario for the first round was a Dance with Dragons. So let's see how things went. Let's jump in first with the family rivalry, nephew versus uncle.
My first game against Electric Jesus, right? It was pretty close.
Really tight match. We were fighting over the objectives the whole time. The game eventually ended in 3-2 in his favor.
I got like an early kill on one of his units.
I was running a Marcelen list with a bunch of the Freedmen, which I kept pumping out and throwing at his units, but I just couldn't get him in time and clinched the game, and he had one victory on me.
All right, let's jump to table 5 and see what happened between the classic Free Folk versus Night's Watch matchup we had.
Hey, so I just finished my game against Diocletian on table 5. I ran my JOR list. Once again, make JOR great.
So I ran my Meg Mammoth list. Didn't go so well. Mammoth failed to kill anything. In fact, I failed to kill anything at all.
I was playing against a Mag Giant Heavy list, and it was a great game. It was kind of tight until there was kind of this turning point where I believe Mag went down in a single round, and he was holding down the center. After he was holding down the center and he was gone, there was no other pieces to really move in there, and I was able to start getting that attrition scoring. Other than that, great game. Diocletian's an amazing guy. Honestly, anyone playing Giants and Mammoths, like Giants and Mammoths versus Night's Watch, honestly, like more of that, please.
Oh, the result was 10-5. Yeah.
All right, jumping over to table 3, we had the Boltons up against JMMELO and his Martells. Let's see how that went.
All right, so I ran Steel Shanks Walton. I played Joao. I can't remember who his commander was.
I played my Martells with Doran Commander against Rixon's Boltons.
It was a pretty close game. I don't know if there was a big moment. Probably when my Flayed Men just didn't die. That's when it was a big moment. It was a game.
The game was very good in the beginning. I took some initial points, but then I forgot that the objectives reduce your movement, and that kind of screwed me later in the game when I could not retreat far enough not to get destroyed.
Oh, and I won. The Boltons managed to sneak a dirty win in.
Oh, it ended up 10-8 to Rixon.
Table 2, Starks versus Boltons, classic rivalry, something we may or may never see in the next book.
All right, played against Winds of Dinner with my Ruse Bolton army. Did not go so great. He got his deployment.
So I played Sinclair in the first game. So Stark against Bolton, I ran Howland Reed.
He got his deployment with from Rob Stark in my rear, so that wiped through most of my units.
And so I think the big moment in the game was outflanking some Bastard Girls with Mira Reed, so they're the Cranog affiliation, and then they just started to wipe things out from the back and just kept it going across the army, and then we were able to table.
We ended at about at 8-2, but he wiped me, so it was his game in about 5 or 6 rounds. So.
On table 1, we had Smiling Gal, aka Rob PC. He is a new player. This was his first ever event, and he was facing off against the veteran Sean and his Free Folk.
All right, so I went with Rattleshirt as my commander, and I played against Tywin Commander with his Lannisters.
So I played Tywin against Sean, and game went well. Still learning the ropes of the game.
And there was a couple big turning points in the game. One, I tried to charge with Varamir and failed, and then Varamir was sat directly in front of the crossbowman, and then he was obliterated on the next turn in one shot, even with a weakened token. Next big pivoting moment, probably getting the Followers of Bone with, not Followers of Bone, Boneless Chosen with Rattleshirt in the back ranks, and then attacking Gregor and the Knights and just obliterating them. Took a couple activations, couple units building up on them, but they did what the Free Folk did, and they overwhelmed and outnumbered them.
But the highlights of the game, I think it's the healing I was able to do and just not die. So that's good.
The final score was 5 for me and 3 for him.
All right, with round 1 in the books, the pairings were drawn for round 2, and they look like this. So on table 5, we've got Sinclair going up against Diocletian. Table 4, Electric Jesus is up against Smiling Gal. Table 3, JMMELO will be facing Sean and his Free Folk. All right, Table 2, the classic rivalry, Bolton and Starks again. Were the Starks able to pull out another win? Table 1, Clash of the Titans so far in this event. We had the Starks up against the Night's Watch. Let's see who came out on top. So round 2 was Clash of Kings. 2 hours again for the time, and let's see how it went. We'll start on Table 5.
Alright, just finished game with Diocletian.
I played against Sinclair. Ran my other Meg the Mighty list this time. Lots of spear throwers.
I was doing Rose Bolton and again. It was a bit of a strange game. The Giants hit very hard, but I was able to control some of the objectives for long enough to score points and stay in it, but by the end, I got overrun by the Giants.
I was able to pull it out 10-7. Lots of dead Boltons, but he was able to sit on some points to kind of equalize the score.
All right, jumping over to Table 4, we had those Lannisters and the Targaryens. Let's see how that turned out.
So, Rob PC, I played against Electric Jesus. I played with Clegane.
Hi everybody, I'm Electric Jesus. I just played Rob on our second round. I was running a Grey Worm list with dragons and a bunch of Unsullied.
But just bad attachment. I forgot to put the right up attachment, and then the game, I chose the game at that moment. So, but yeah, first charge, game was lost.
He made a very unlucky charge second round, so I was able to kind of overwhelm him.
But fun game, learned a lot, everything's good.
Game swung pretty drastically in my way, 8-1, but he went the whole distance. We went to round 5 before he finished, and I unfortunately had that advantage with round 1.
Over on Table 3, let's see how the Martells fared against those Free Folk.
So, okay, I play Sean with the Wildlings. Tough.
All right, so I played Mag the Mighty into Zhao's Dorn Martell.
Giants are not easy, and they should not be charged like without consequences. And the consequences bit me in the ass. I lost a unit to Morauro in the first round, and that kind of changed the whole game from there. I did well in the end. I scored some points, killed his commander and everything, but I was too far back to come back.
He got really aggressive early on. He put a unit right across the board, turn 1, into my Spear Thrower. Spear Thrower threw a spear as he came in before the activation happened, so he was already hurting. And then the Giant just came in and smacked him. Enrage on Giant, so guaranteed wounds, so extra damage, and then 1 big hit, and the unit was gone. From that point, it was kind of like a snowball. He killed a couple of little things, like a Shadow Cat and like a little... He actually killed Mag in the middle by putting all of his forces into it. But by that point, everything else had already crumbled and died, so kind of went to the Giants at that point.
Then, the final was 11-3. No, yeah, 11-3. I killed 24 points. He killed 24 points. I killed 10 points.
Jumping over to Table 2, we've got Corvus facing off against Rick is a Machine. Let's see how that one went.
So I played against Jay. I used Steel Shanks Walton again, and yeah, it was a good game.
As you'd expect with the Boltons, he had the Bastards Girls that came up behind and blew up one of my units of She-Bears, right? I was using the double She-Bear deck with Mage Mormont.
Big TSN turning point was the Bolton Bastard Girls got in the back and were just causing havoc in the rear. So
he came in behind and, you know, blew up one of my units, and then I was down 2 activations because I have a unit in outflank, right? I had my Flayedman in outflank. So I was down 2 activations, and that alone got him the momentum to just roll over my trackers and corner my other She-Bears, and my Flayedman was just there on the side, and I lost due to pure brute strength from him, and he just slaughtered me, right?
It was another Bolton win today.
And let's round up round 2 with Table 1. Chaos Muppet versus Winds of Dinner.
Hey, so Winds of Dinner, I played Chaos Muppet in round 2. I played Awful this time, my Awful Catapult list. I was running a Stark list with Brynden Brynden Cav Commander
with 4 units of Ravagers to try something new.
And I was scared. I was shaking in my boots. Awful held out in Spearman. Did a great job. Survived a lot. I got lucky with cards, lucky with rolls. Donald came in clutch, of course.
Looking pretty good there for a bit, but then I think critical moment of the game was having his commander pinned down and ready to be killed. And I forgot to use Sansa to pick up my ride-by attack to deal the auto wounds. He healed up and then charged me in the back for Brendan, and it was over from there.
It ended up being a 6-1 victory for Awful. And yeah, fantastic game. I was scared the whole time, and I feel very fortunate to have come out of it less than scathed. So yeah, great game.
All right, let's take a look at the final round matchups. We had Sinclair and his Boltons going up against Smiling Gal and his Lannisters. On table 4, Diocletian with his Giants were up against, yes, your eyes do not deceive you, that is the TheHedgeKnight. Unfortunately, JMMELO had to bow out early due to a family commitment, and so I was able to play the final round of the tournament. On table 3, we had a stark-on-stark civil war with Winds of Dinner going up against Corvus. Table 2, Electric Jesus and Rick is a Machine faced off. And finally on table 1, Sean and Chaos Muppet were throwing down in an epic Night's Watch versus Free Folk final.
For round 3, we kept it simple and ended with Game of Thrones.
All right, going into the finals here. We are going to just quickly summarize for you what happened on the first 3 tables. So,
at table 5, Rob PC Smiling Gal was facing off against Sinclair. The Lannisters finally pulled out a victory, although it was close. They both were left with only their ranged units left on the board. But the victory did favor Tywin and his crossbows.
On table 4, we had myself up against Diocletian. Another epic battle with Giants. It was very close, and it ended up in an 11-11 tie with the deciding points favoring the Lannisters due to points on the table. Finally, table 3 in the stark-on-stark matchup, Corvus fell to Winds of Dinner and his Howlin' Reed list. And now let's jump over to table 2 to hear from the players how that went.
So it's Rick's Machine here, playing Bolton's last game against Electric Jesus.
I'm playing a Marcelin Targaryen list, focusing on throwing out extra freedmen with some powerful unsullied swordsmen. Playing in some Boltons with it was like Cutthroats. Tough game. The new Boltons, the ability to heal, to throw condition tokens, to use everything like in synergy, quite good. I had some Swordmasters get tied up most of the game, just couldn't get through all the healing.
Boltons managed to sneak out a victory with their dirty tricks.
But it was a good game. I just unfortunately couldn't pull out the win.
Overall, the tournament was great. Always a great time. Happy to be here, and we'll definitely be back next year, so you should all come.
It's a great tournament. I mean, multi-zone here. We've had a few tournaments here. Great little place. Lots of room. Friendly people. So, we're a good tournament.
All right, and finally, the results from our top table in the final round.
Hey guys, Chaos Muppet here again. Just finished the 3rd game of the tournament. I think I won, not sure. I was playing against Sean and his Giants again, so I had a little bit of experience this time.
This is Sean. I was playing my Giants list again, Mag into GR Mormont against Jaden.
It was a great game. Sean and I both managed to get in some good hits. I think eventually the dice started to swing in my way, especially with Panic.
A lot of constant healing himself effects with never failing Panic meant that he kept all his Night's Watch cards. The majority of those tactics cards require that you lose Panics. So even though I'm giving him Vicious, I'm giving him Flanks and Rears, he was just rolling 6s all day long on Panic, and then that meant that he kept all the bonuses, and that just snowballed until I was where I was. A big pivotal moment, he had Night Gathers on Spearman unit, and I had to throw all of my little animals, like the Boar, the Wolfpack, the Shadowcat, into him one by one, and just pray that they didn't blow themselves up. Night Gathers causes you to attack, receive an attack every time you go into them, and the Spearmen have set for charge, so every time you attack them, they attack you. So it was a bloody fight.
and it's ended up being, I think it was 8-6. Unfortunately, Sean didn't destroy any of my units. I just had too much healing going on, but still close enough victory, close enough loss. Like, it was a great game. Sean's a great player. Yeah, no, I think if anyone could have piloted it better, like, you know, go challenge Sean for the crown. Anyways, yeah, great time. And yeah, great tournament. Thanks for coming out.
It went well. It was fun. Always great to play in Cullen's tournaments. Great prize support, lots of friendly people. Highly recommend, even if I'm really tired.
Well, that brings to an end the first ever Christmas Crown tourney. We really hope you've enjoyed this video. In the background there, over my voice, you're seeing Jaden claim his crown, and the way we did the prizes this year was with a game of Yankee Swap, or White Elephant, or the Grinch game, or Nasty Christmas, whatever you want to call it. It was a lot of fun, and there was great prizes. Again, thank you Multizone for all your support.
I also just want to let all you viewers know to keep an eye out for a battle report that will hopefully be coming out in 2026 between Rick is a Machine and Chaos Muppet. Rick is a Machine also was undefeated in this event and only lost out on the crown due to secondary scoring points. So we thought it'd be fun to do a battle report video in the near future where these two have one final match to settle once and for all who the Christmas King of the North in Canada was for 2025.
And everybody have a great, great holiday season, a happy new year, and we will see you in 2026.